Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Christmas in July. The Christmas in July YouTube hop organized by my lovely friend Becky from My Creative Life, and her link will be posted down below, as well as the link to the next person on this hop. Now this is our second to last. We have today's project, and then we have another one I think on Monday, and that will be it for this edition of Christmas in July. But because many of you had asked for a bit of a flip through as to where I was at and how I planned out a generic December album, I am going to try and get that up next Thursday, the one coming up, or maybe the one after that. I do start my holidays on the 1st of August. I have a fun family activity planned for that first weekend, but then the week after that is pretty free for scrapping. So this is a double duty. This is for, of course, the Christmas in July YouTube hop, but it is also for the Thursday night warm-up challenge issued by Helen Kari over in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. It's our party weekend, and Carrie issued a challenge that we were to create a super themed layout. So of course the photos, the story, and then of course all of the supplies needed to be themed. Well, that's fairly easy when you get to a Christmas layout, Christmas supplies. So I thought I would, go a little bit more into the spirit of the super part of that challenge, super themed. And therefore, because this layout is about Christmas trees, I thought I would super theme my supplies by not only using Christmas, but by using as many Christmas trees, Christmas tree type embellishments that I possibly could. So this is an 8.5 by 11 layout. I used some white cardstock here, and I backed it. There you go, the first part of trees. I backed it on this lovely green piece, green and white paper, which I believe is from Stampin' Up. Yes, it is from Stampin' Up. So I backed it so I would have the nice green and white border. Then I used a little bit of mixed media, and I went into my stash and I found these Amy Tangerine stencils, these small size stencils. And there was one stencil that had some triangles, which, I mean, if you look at this and you added a little, trunk there, it would be a Christmas tree. So, again, keeping it in the theme of Christmas trees, I had this scrap piece of paper in my stash, which is meant to be Christmas trees, as well as this lovely green paper that I used to back, which also has sort of like just a little bit of it looks a little bit like a cross stitch sort of tree pattern. So I used that as well. So, and then this tag, which is from Chamel, the Chamel Christmas Magic collection, as is this piece of paper here, are Christmas tree decorations. So I went to town super theming this for Christmas trees. I used a couple of tags because now, I guess actually when I said double duty a little bit before, it's actually triple duty, because Christina issued us an overall challenge for the weekend as well, the 10 item challenge. She provided us with a list of 10 items, and throughout the entire party we are to use them as much as possible and as many as we possibly can on each project. And one of those items is tags. So I've got a couple of tags. Another item was mixed media, so there, hence my little triangle trees. Sequins is another one, journaling. So I did quite a bit of journaling on that. I'll be back to that in a moment. So this one gets a lot done, a lot of bang for the buck. So again, it's one of these more heritage type photos. This is probably circa 1965 in this album, and in my traveler's notebooks, my TN, my story, the first 60 years, you see a lot of the word circa, because I'm not quite sure of many of the dates. I'm pretty close. I'm usually, I would think, within about a year or so, but the majority of the photos that my mom had do not have actual dates on them. So that's a little bit of a lesson to me now. I'm going to try and make sure that every single photo that I take, that I record, has the date. I know with our phones now it's fairly easily, but nonetheless. So there you go. So my mixed media, these lovely papers, these are all from scraps. This little die cut is also from the Chanel Christmas Magic. This flare badge, I'm not quite sure where this comes from. It was just in my Christmas stash. And 2 wood buttons from the Chanel Christmas Magic with a tree and a tree. And then just so that I could do a little bit of a nod to Kelsey and my How to Kill a Kit with Style for July, I used this lovely Amy Tangerine rubber sticker. And I wasn't quite sure of the placement, but these, my goodness me, they're moist and sticky on the back. So I just sort of laid it there and it wasn't going anywhere. So then I did my journaling, and this would have been in the apartment, but I admit to not remembering much of those Christmases. I do remember more once we were back in Quebec, and Mom and I would walk back with a real tree. The tree lot was near the train station, and we would drag the tree behind us. And what fun decorating. So that's really what I remember most of my childhood, I guess elementary school, early high school years about Christmas trees, is really once we were here back in Quebec in this same little hometown that I'm back living in now. And the station was maybe about a kilometer or a kilometer and a half, closer maybe to a kilometer and a half from our apartment. And we would go choose a tree. In those days, they were all live trees. I don't believe fake trees or artificial trees were invented yet. And we would drag that tree back and laugh all the way home and then get it up and decorate it. So those are my memories of early Christmas trees. And as I've mentioned before, in the last few years, since my lovely little buddy Chopin, I have not been doing a Christmas tree. Because if it dangles, it's fair game, it's a toy. Once I am retired full-time and I'm here a little bit more, I will definitely go back to having Christmas trees. But this will go in my album next to and before this sort of pocket page, which is going to be a little bit about decorations and Christmas trees. A little bit of a Christmas tree here, a couple of little decorations that I just bought recently, my door decoration, and this is just a Christmas tree probably that I had prepared to go on a Christmas card, and I just prepared it as a 3x4 journaling card. And these are a couple of the trees at my mom's residence. My mom lives in a retirement residence, a lovely retirement residence over 3 very large buildings. So there are quite a few Christmas trees, and they are all gorgeous. So you see this one dates back to December 2013. And this one, I think, was very, very recent, if not last year. It's not 2018 because I don't think I was able to really get anything done, so probably 2017. So I have a few more things to complete here. One other 8.5 by 11 Christmas tree photo when I was very, very young. And then that will complete the Christmas tree segment of my album. So tell me, do you do one Christmas tree or more? I know some of my scrappy friends have quite a few Christmas trees and love Christmas trees and decorating Christmas trees. And I know some have one, some have more than one. Do you have a Christmas tree? And when do you put it up? Is it a real tree? Do you still do the real tree tradition? Or are you more into the artificial trees? Talk to me about Christmas trees and the role they play in your Christmas. Don't forget to hop on down below to the next person in the hop and to follow the hop all the way through until you're back here. There's still that giveaway going on, and Becky will be drawing the winner sometime next week. Thank you for joining me. See you soon. Bye.